Not as crazy of a trade deadline as others, but hey man, there were a couple blockbusters. Well, Sauce Gardner to the Colts, Quentin Williams to the Cowgirls, Rashid Shaheed to the Seahawks, even. Oh yeah, almost forgot about Jacoby Myers going to the Jags. Another weapon for Trevor Lawrence. Whoa. Again, not many in the quantity category, but quite a plenty of quality in terms of these blockbuster trade deadline trades. And unsurprisingly to all, my team did absolutely nothing. I mean, seriously, we couldn't find a better option than Darnell Mooney? He was a 1,000-yard receiver last year, but still, man, we couldn't find anybody else better? Maybe let T. Higgins be in wide receiver 2 for us? Maybe even, I don't know, Garrett Wilson? It sucks that we don't have any money. But now we move on from the trade deadline over on to week 10. Welcome back to Grizzly Talks Football. I'm the Grizz as always, and we have got Week 10 NFL predictions, and we'll also be reacting to the first college football playoff poll of the 2025 season. As always, I'll keep that Season 2 playlist in the description, so you go click that link. Watch every episode of Season 2 so you're all caught up, and you also have it for future episodes. Also, do not forget to hit the red subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single one of my videos, and it helps the channel a lot. Without further delay, let's go predict some Week 10 NFL games. Had a Pro Bowl Week 9, going 8-6, so my new record is now 80-54-1. We are going to get better, trust me. We're going to kick this week off with the Thursday Night Football matchup between the Raiders and the Broncos in Denver. Now that Brock Bowers is back, maybe the offense can actually perform like they were expected to before the season began. Defense might be a problem, so Bo Nix might go off for perhaps 3+ touchdowns, 225+ passing yards. I'm predicting like 300 total yards. Let's hope that the Raiders offensive line can prevent the Denver defense from eating Geno Smith alive. For this Thursday night matchup, I'm going to go with Denver 30-27. Usually on Thursday Night Football, the strangest stuff happens, and yeah, I expect this week to be no different. Up next, we got the Sunday morning game that is going to be played in Munich between the Falcons and the Colts. Yep, like 6 days prior to our game with them in Munich, we got a blockbuster trade from the Colts sending 2 first-round picks over to the Jets for Sauce Gardner. That is one more problem that our defense is going to have, our offense is going to have to solve because he's on defense. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be just fine. Pennis was good again. Drake London is an elite receiver again. Bijan had a little bit of a slow, stretch, but he should be able to get back in it at some point. But unfortunately, Daniel Jones is due for a bounce-back game. Pains me to do it, but I'm going to have to take the Colts here 28-10. Was going to do 28-3, but I forgot personal reasons. That's why I didn't. I am predicting a 125+ yard, 2-touchdown plus game for Jonathan Taylor. Daniel Jones throws like 2 touchdowns as well. Kicking off the Sunday 1 o'clock slate, we got the Cleveland Browns taking on the New York Jets. Jets completely decimated their entire defense themselves by trading their best 2 defenders to other teams. If there was ever a game for Dylan Gabriel to perform well, I would suppose it was this one. Or maybe it's Quinshon Judkins again. As far as the Browns' defense against the Jets' offense, oh boy. If Myles Garrett doesn't get 4 sacks at least in this game, there are going to be problems. I'm actually projecting the Browns to win this game 21-18. Jets will actually make this a close game. Here's the thing, the Jets can make the game close with their offense, but their defense can't be clutch at all. And the fact that the Jets have no great defenders anymore, really concerning. Next up, we got the Saints playing at the Panthers. I'd rather a meteor strike Charlotte than watch this game. Panthers are an actually solid team. I think they'll win this one pretty easily. 28-13. This game could very well easily be 16-13 or 28-13, maybe even more than that. We just don't know which Bryce Young we're going to get. Next up, we got the Patriots playing at the Bucks. Heavyweight battle for the ages. I love it. Drake May versus Baker Mayfield. One of the best battles we'll see all year. 2, in my opinion, MVP candidates for this season. Bucks are coming off a bye. Patriots are coming off a 1-point win against Atlanta. Oof, it's going to be tough. Not sure why, but the Bucks are always going to find a way to win. I say they win this one 34-31. Should be a very competitive game in the slightest, with Baker Mayfield getting the game-winning drive again. I am expecting a 6 passing touchdown game between both quarterbacks combined, since both of them are so elite. Up next, we got the Ravens playing at the Vikings. Just keep in mind that J.J. McCarthy is 0-1 against anybody that's not in the NFC North. I know he only played 3 games, but I gotta be honest, maybe with the defensive stars emerging, or at least the rookies, and also Lamar Jackson being back, this Ravens team might actually have some life in them. I'm actually going to predict an overtime game here, and I think Baltimore is going to come away victorious 35-28. Just remember, both teams get a chance at a possession in regular season overtime. Lamar with at least 2 passing touchdowns, 250 total yards, should be doable. Next up, we have the AFC East matchup between the Bills and Dolphins in Miami. Bills win 21-20. Miami will definitely make this competitive, but yeah, the Bills literally own the Dolphins. Up next, we got the Giants playing at the Bears. Jackson Dart looks solid. Caleb Williams has finally gotten himself together and can throw to his best targets, except for Doomsday, apparently. This actually looks like a pretty solid matchup. This actually has the makings of a shootout. I actually think the Giants are going to actually pull the upset here. New York wins this one by a score of 35-31. Don't be surprised if Brian Burns gets at least 1.5 sacks. I say this is an even game, so anything can happen. I think the Giants emerge victorious. And then the 1 o'clock slate with the Jags playing at the Texans. Jags got a big pickup with wide receiver Jacoby Myers, so while Travis Hunter is injured, Trevor Lawrence has another weapon to throw to. Houston surging a little bit. Jacksonville kind of fell off a cliff just a tiny bit, but, you know, one of these teams is going to win. Jacksonville won the first matchup, but Houston is coming with murder on their mind, and they are going to get the second matchup. I'm going to say 20-17 they win. Not sure of Devin Lloyd's condition, but I don't think it's going to matter because the Texans have one of the most unreal defensive rosters I've seen in a minute. If their defense can make plays and a CJ Stroud can find the time to throw to his targets with some precision, I think the Texans should be playing comfortably in this one. Kicking off the 4 o'clock slate, first off we got one of the NFC West matchups, Arizona playing at Seattle. It's the rematch from the week before. That was when Kyler Murray was still playing, and this was actually a close game. And this time the Cardinals are sticking with Jacoby Brissett, so this is going to be an even more competitive game. Cardinals coming back after a big Monday night win against Dallas, and Seattle's coming back after a Sunday night win blowing out the Commanders. Jacoby Brissett is very underrated, but Sam Darnold has a new target to throw to, and his name is Rashid Shaheed. I actually think Seattle's going to win 28-27. It's going to be another classic. Let's just hope that Chad Ryland doesn't mess up the kickoff at the end of the game again. Next up is the Lions playing at the Commanders. The divisional round rematch is going to come up Detroit 38-14. Washington's just way too banged up. Jaden Daniels is most likely out for the entire season. Yeah, Lions are just going to run right through them. Literally. And the final 4 o'clock slate game is the Rams playing at the 49ers. 2 NFC West matchups in one time slot? Wow, sign me up. 49ers won the last battle, but, you know, I just don't see how San Francisco is going to sweep them. Unless McCaffrey completely goes off. Same with Matt Jones. Rams are stacked from top to bottom. They'll actually win this one 27-24. And once again, like the Cardinals Seahawks, this will be another classic. Oh yeah, by the way, Stafford's throwing at least 3 touchdowns. As far as our Sunday night matchup, we got the Steelers playing at the Chargers. I don't know what's going on with the Steelers team, man. Like, when the Steelers play a good team, they actually do extremely well, especially on defense. When they play against the bad team, they play down to their competition. I guess it's the regular Steeler way, if that means anything. Chargers are coming off a pretty close goal against the Titans. Last time the Steelers were on Sunday Night Football, they lost. This time, they get the win over the Chargers, 23-21. I think this is going to be a defensive battle more than likely, but hey, offense. We're going to see a lot of offense in this one too. So I would say this is a pretty even matchup. And to wrap up this week, we got the Monday night matchup between the Eagles and Packers in Lambeau Field. I don't know what's going on with this Packers team. Like, they lost to the freaking Browns and Panthers. And this is the team that beat Detroit. Do we have the Packers and Steelers being the exact same, except Packers just have a better record than Pittsburgh? And this is also the NFC wildcard rematch, actually, from the previous year. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention the Eagles got Jair Alexander and Jalen Phillips. So we got the Packers, who are looking like the Steelers right now. We got the Eagles, that are the NFL version of the LA Dodgers. You're a baseball fan, I think you know what I'm talking about. Based on pretty much stats roster from top to bottom, I'm taking Philly to win this one. Actually, I think this will be a close game, so 31-28, I guess. I'm expecting the Eagles defense to get 3 turnovers or more in this one. I don't know what's going on with Jordan Love, but he just gets so inconsistent whenever he plays against bad teams. Green Bay, I hope I'm wrong about you as far as you not being able to stop Philly. I hope you are just like the Steelers and beat the Eagles. Moving on from the Week 10 NFL predictions over to the first college football playoff poll, because I'm going to be reacting to these rankings. I'm going to skip the top 10 because I had no problems with any of this except maybe Oregon. Just because I'm just wanting to say that Oregon fans are going to be pissed. Instead of talking about the top 10 because I had no complaints over that, I'm talking about the other 15. First off, Texas is 11. Really? This had to be because of the namesake. 2-loss Texas is ahead of 1-loss Virginia and 1-loss Louisville. Really? Best win was against Oklahoma when they were a top 10 team. I get that. But they also lost to Florida. And Florida is 3-5 right now. Went to overtime against the 3-5 Kentucky and also went to overtime against the 5-4 Mississippi State. If it wasn't for SEC bullshit, they would be absolutely out of the polls. Oklahoma at 12, obviously I'm not mad at it. Utah at 13, pretty generous, but honestly, I'm not too mad at it either. I mean, it helps their quality win over them at least. Virginia ahead of Louisville, 14 and 15. Honestly, this should be a little bit higher, but you know what? No complaints there. 60-20, we got Vandy at 16, Georgia Tech at 17, Miami at 18, USC 19, Iowa 20. Not complaining about USC right now, not exactly. Miami should be a little bit higher, but really, Iowa, whose best win was against Minnesota, lost to an Iowa State team that is no longer ranked. Sure, they only lost to Indiana by 5, but come on, that was one game. Shouldn't worry too much. Oregon will shadow rail them a bit new kickoff. And one thing they actually did fix here was putting USC ahead of Michigan. Speaking of which, the Final 5, we have Michigan at 21, Missouri 22, Washington, Pitt, and 3 lost Tennessee. You're really going to put a 3-loss Tennessee, whose losses were to Georgia in overtime, Bama by 17, and Oklahoma. Those aren't bad losses, but their best win, oh dear. Their best win in terms of quality of the opponent was an overtime win over Mississippi State, much like Texas. Worst part about this poll is that there was no Group of 5 representation here. Like, come on, no Memphis or USF? I would say North Texas, but they got to keep winning. Top 10 is solid, but the rest of it, complete ass. And that's going to do it for the college football playoff poll reaction. And that's going to do it for this episode of Grizzly Talks Football. You enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit this up, hit that thumbs up, hit the red subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single one of my videos. This is the Grizzly signing off for now, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace, love, keep the Grizzly vibes with you at all times. Take care.